Hello everyone, I'm just popping on today especially to say I'm sorry. I apologise, I've made a big error of omission while doing the sampler squares. I have omitted some information which is really vital for you all. So I apologise profusely. I'm not at all happy with myself about that, and I should have known better. I know we all make mistakes, but with this one, I really should have known better, and I feel it's just not good enough. While I dived on in, all keen and enthusiastic to get these little sampler square tutorials done, firstly, for some of them, I've forgotten to say that I use US terminology. I always use US terminology, but a lot of you wouldn't know that. Some of you would, you'd be used to me already. But the most important thing that I omitted was not the amount of chains necessarily, because all I was thinking was that each of us are doing a different size square, hence we'd all need different chain lengths to suit what we've chosen to do. But it was the multiples of chains. Whether you need to have an even number, an odd number, or an even number plus one, which makes an odd number. Just every little square has its own different requirements for chain multiples. Okay, so I have done nothing but make work for you. You've probably gone and looked up the actual pattern so that you knew for yourself how many chain multiples you needed to do. And that's not what I'm here for. I actually chose to be here and want to be here, not only to share in the fun, but also to make your crochet life a lot easier. Because I just figure if you can do that, why not? So I like to pass on any tidbits of information that might help. But this time I didn't pass on some essential information, and I do feel really bad about it. And the worst thing is I can't go back and change it. All I can do is write it under the heading or something like that, and I'm sure people don't really tap and look at that, or the description. Do you go to the description box very often? Because I feel like you wouldn't go there prior to opening up the tutorial and getting into it. So I do feel so bad, and I apologise so much. Starting a YouTube channel is a huge learning curve, like this, steep, and it still is. I'm still learning things, what to do and not to do, and I've just let it slip through to the keeper, and that's just not good enough this time. So what I'll do now is pop a slide up in this video about all 6 of these squares and write their chain multiples down. Not that that's going to help anyone who goes to these 6, because they won't think to look here, but you know, just in case it saves someone, that would be great. And then from now on, so this doesn't happen again, I'm going to do a special slide, just a plain color with some text letting you know US terminology and the chain multiples. It's the only way I can think to get around it, is to make myself do that task so I will remember. Okay, I've been unwell with a nasty virus lately, and I'm still not feeling great, even though I might look all right. So today's little task is to catch up on my temperature blanket. I've got about 7 more squares to do, so I'll get that done today. I'm trying to just take dolly steps at the moment because I really don't feel as great as I may look. So once I've done the temperature blanket, I can then get into this. This is the big granny square that I've done a tutorial for, and I'm planning to do 4 of these and make these ones even bigger. and then I'll be able to pop the joining method up for you if you're making one of these as well. Now tell me, what stitch do you call this? I mostly call it moss stitch or linen stitch. As I've been going through the stitch books to create these little sampler blanket squares, I have come across a little discrepancy there as well. One book is calling this seed stitch, then they have a moss stitch, which is completely different again. It's slip stitch and double crochet. What I can find is there's a difference in the names if the pattern has come from the United States or the United Kingdom. So linen, seed, moss. And this book here shows you that the seed stitch is actually our version of the moss stitch. And then they've got soft soft moss is something different again altogether. So it just got me thinking. I wanted to get to the bottom of it, but I just don't have any real reason as to why they have been calling it seed stitch. But then this one, moss, is totally different again. So I'm feeling like I need to abandon the name moss stitch because that one's got double crochet slip stitch as well. Oh yeah, like I said for the other one. And then this one shows our moss stitch as woven stitch. So go figure, that's 4 names. I really don't know the answer, but I think I'll just stick to calling it linen stitch from now on. Lo and behold, I find another name for the moss stitch, which is granite, of course. Granite stitch. I'd been using that in prior times and forgotten all about it. So there's 5 names for the one stitch. Okay, I'll go get back to editing now. I think I'll stick with linen from now on, and I'll let moss be something else completely different, and I'll leave seed stitch to the knitters. So that's it for today. I really just wanted to come on and apologise. I just can't say it enough or mean it enough because it wasn't good enough and it wasn't helping you out any. It was actually hindering you, and that's not what I want, not what I'm here for whatsoever. I actually want you to feel like you can use me, if that makes sense, like utilize me if you would like to know anything, or if you have any questions, or if you would like to learn about anything in particular. Just pop a message down in the comments or send me an email. My email address is so that you can send me some of your progress pics if you have any that you would like to share. My plan is to do a slideshow at the end of each month for the temperature blanket. I was a little bit behind by a few days because this silly virus brought me undone. And when I get enough photos of these gorgeous little squares, I'll pop them up too, because some ladies have been making them. Oh my goodness, they are stunning. And that's what I mean by use me, because I'm not making the prettiest and the best temperature blanket. I'm not making the prettiest and the best squares either, but you guys are. And that's what makes me happy, because I'm guiding you and you are creating beautiful things. That's how I want it to be. I don't want to be a half-hearted person, and I feel like I have by forgetting that information, which is very vital. So I truly apologize again. I wish I could fix it, but I can't because the videos have long gone. There's no re-editing and popping it back up. So we'll move on and move forward from this point in time. I will do it properly next time, so life is easier for you. And then it's a win-win for both of us, because we all just love being here together anyway. All right, I'd best go. Wanting to finish this off for today, and hope to talk to you again really soon. Bye for now.